So this is everything that we did get for the week. Now this will last us 2 weeks. We got plenty of meat. I'm gonna go through all of that, but so much. So some of it'll probably go in the freezer actually, but this will last 2 weeks with maybe just like one haul for like milk or something. I like to get my milk at Publix and my cream cheese, my creamer, so like dairy, a lot of dairy I like to get there, and bread because they have the Dave's Killer bread, which is just my favorite. So I'll grab that at Publix, and then everything else from Aldi. We're really switching to just like everything from Aldi with like a few handful of things that I just cannot seem to not get from Publix. Like I love Publix for certain things. So starting over here, bananas, and I don't mind. Aldi always has green bananas and I love it because it just takes a day or two for them to ripen up and then they're perfect. So some bananas, some tomatoes on the vine, and then some cherry tomatoes. And if you guys hear the movie in the background, we have Shrek playing. Hi, baby. Hi, silly. So we have Shrek playing and we are eating some dinner on the floor tonight, just casual while Mama films. Okay, so these pouches are our favorite. We always get a ton of these. Like I said, we haven't gone in 2 weeks. So, I mean, my boys will eat one a day generally. And I'm okay with the ingredients. Pear puree, apple puree, broccoli puree, lemon juice, ascorbic acid for color, and there's all organic. And yeah, so even if my boys have one a day, that's like 20 pouches within 2 weeks. So that type of stock isn't really unrealistic for our size family. So we just grab a ton and they're really cheap. They're like $1. They're less than $1, I think. And it's just a nice way to kind of throw some veggies in, and yeah. Okay, so carrots, I think that's where I left off. Tomatoes over here. Oh, blueberries, I'll just sneak that, and then carrots. I'm going to use this in a recipe this week, and I like to buy just the whole bag. I'm gonna pop it in the pan for cabbage soup, which is gonna be really good. That's like a comfort food for my husband, so I've been wanting to make it, and I am going to attempt fresh sourdough bread with cabbage soup. So that's gonna be super tasty, and my baby's getting at my eggs, so okay, 2 things of brown organic cage-free eggs, and then I'm gonna actually pop these on the counter. As I was saying, the carrots will be used for cabbage soup, and so that's gonna be a yummy recipe. That is a comfort food for my husband, so I am looking forward to making that. The weather has been cooler here, so I'm in all the soup vibes and crock pot dishes because it's super easy and super cozy for fall and the cool weather. So baby carrots, and then I did grab, some green onions. And this is going to be used in a recipe as well, chicken enchilada casserole, and then you can top with some crushed tomatoes or like diced tomatoes and green onions. So I'm probably going to try to use these with something else as well because they'll only need a little bit. So I try to find recipes where I can do like multi-purpose ingredients. And so we'll see what else I can use these for. I grabbed a bag of green beans, like fresh green beans, some mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, baby spinach, which is going to be used in another recipe. I'm doing creamy tortellini soup, which is super yummy. It's tortellini, spinach, diced tomatoes, cream cheese, and some type of broth, like a veggie or chicken broth. So that will be super tasty, and I'm actually going to be showing quite a few of these recipes and filming and showing that. So stay tuned for those. Will be posted at the end of this week after this video, and then I'll be posting some recipe videos for some quick and easy like soup, crock pot style recipes. And then mixed greens here, and a bag of apples. We already have some apples up on our counter up there, so just 1 bag of apples this week because you guys know we love the fruits and veggies, so apples go quick, but we have like a bag already up there, 2 bags technically, but one's almost gone, so we'll have plenty with 1 bag plus what we have up there. And then I did get the cabbage, like I said, for cabbage soup there. So potatoes, got 2 of those, and this is really great because I can just chop these up, the whole thing, throw this, carrots, the cabbage, some ham. That's gonna be cabbage stew. So pretty cheap dinner, and it will last about 2 days. So that is, I love when it's like, you know, 1 bag of potatoes, I'll just cut them up nice and easy, and a nice easy dinner. Some green grapes, and I think that is all of our, no, a little more produce. I'm trying to stay on track here. Some peppers, and some cucumbers, a bunch of onions because we don't have any, and some yellow squash and zucchini, shredded lettuce, and some pears. This week we went for pears. I'm trying to eat seasonally, and pears are kind of like in season for autumn, so grab some pears, some LaCroix water, and then as I mentioned, we're doing a tortellini soup. So I did grab 2 of the tortellini packs. These are just cheese tortellini. So there's 2 of those. Some unsweetened applesauce pouches. These are my guy's favorite. So some applesauce, and there's a bunch of those because I just stocked up on those. So there's actually 3 of those. And then peeking just in the back so I don't forget anything, I did grab an extra thing of organic extra virgin olive oil. Coming back around, some string cheese. I think I have 3 of these. And then normal mozzarella cheese, shredded. Some pickles. Some relish. Some jelly, or strawberry preserves, I should say. It's not focusing. Sorry about that. Some honey. And these are just like extra pantry stock. We just used our jelly that we had in our pantry. Like we ran out of jelly, used the one in our pantry, so then I'm just restocking what's gonna go in the pantry because we are using the one that was in the pantry. So use an item, just making sure to replace it as we use it. Some butter. I do like to get unsalted, but this is all they had and it was organic, so that's good. Fruit strips. And then for the cans, okay, so I got some artichoke hearts because my thought is that if I have spinach left over, which I may or may not, but if I had spinach left over, I could try to do some type of like artichoke dip. So we'll see if we have any spinach left over when I make that recipe for the tortellini. I may or may not have enough, I'm not sure. But it's never a bad thing to have this in the pantry so that if I ever do have leftover spinach, I can throw together spinach artichoke dip. It's kind of what I try to do, is just have like the pantry items stocked, so as I would need them, I have them. My husband loves corned beef hash. If you've been around, you know this. So he always sneaks a couple cans of that. I have no idea what this is. I would never have gotten this in my life, but my husband grabbed that, so we'll see what that is. Chili, no beans. Okay. Black beans. Organic black beans. These are really awesome just for throwing together like bean and cheese quesadillas. So you have protein from the beans, which is like decent, and sometimes that's just like a quick and easy meal, you know? So I like to have dry beans just for like a pantry stock, but I also like to get canned beans once in a while that are already like ready to go, just heat them up and use them, because the dry beans, obviously you have to like soak them. So it's nice to have small amount of canned beans as well, because they're ready to go and ready to use for like a quick and easy meal. I did grab some tomato paste and 2 cans of diced tomatoes. So we just ran out of diced tomatoes. I like to get these at Sam's Club. They have really big bulk diced tomatoes, and I use a lot of this in recipes. So I grabbed 2 of these, but I should be doing a Sam's haul soon-ish. So I'll stock up on the diced tomatoes then. And so now with the belly, it's getting a little bit more difficult to like reach over to show everything. We have edamame spaghetti, black soybean spaghetti, and soybean spaghetti. My husband grabbed those, so that's just good pantry stock, and we'll eat them, I'm sure. But I wonder if they taste good. But yeah, just good to have. And chicken bone broth and beef bone broth. I like to grab 1 of each because we do use those regularly, and I will actually be using them in at least 1 recipe. So I always like to have bone broth in the pantry. Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal is in the back. That was totally a pregnancy craving impulse buy. Enough said. And then moving forward, we have so much meat. It looks like a lot, but this is gonna last us for 2 weeks. And considering we eat 3 meals a day at home, this is really gonna last, and it will get eaten. And some of it will probably go in the freezer. And so I have some breakfast sausage, but honestly, we will cook. It's really funny. We have 3 boys. And so being a family of 5, I just noticed that you shop and you have to buy more at a time. I mean, that sounds like common sense, but just as the boys are eating more, I'm realizing. So we have chicken breakfast sausage, but we'll honestly probably make both of these because how many links are there? 2, 4, 6, 7. So even if we each wanted just 2 breakfast sausage links, that's 10, and there's only 7. So we probably make both of these. And then what I end up doing is if I make, like let's say I make 2 of these, so we're not necessarily eating 14 sausage links, but I'll save them and then chop them up and put them in like breakfast burritos the next day. So just always being creative with any leftovers, but also keeping in mind that, you know, we do have like a lot of people to feed. So just making sure that we have enough, but we're always using leftovers and, you know, getting creative with that. So we do have some freezer burgers. My husband grabbed these 2, bacon and cheddar cheese. I'm just gonna call him Chad from now on, guys, because you're gonna get to know us. My videos have become pretty regular, and I'm just gonna say Chad because if I say my husband one more time, I say it all the time. So we're just gonna call him Chad. You're gonna know who it is. We got this salmon 2 weeks ago and it was delicious. So it lasted for 3 meals, I believe. So $20, but it lasted for 3 meals. So 20 divided by 3 is less than $7 a meal. Throw it with some veggies, potatoes maybe, and so you're paying like $7 a meal, plus the cost of veggies and potatoes. That's like $10 dinner right there. And my kids love salmon, so this really works out well. I did a sheet pan with, I can't even remember, maybe like a garlic butter or some lemon, cooked it up, and it was delicious. And you can even actually do like rice or some type of noodle or something with it. So it's really versatile with what you can pair it with. And then it's good for the next day as well. Some lunch meat ham. I like to get the uncured with no nitrates or nitrates added. Just like trying to look for some things like that to get the best that we can, even though lunch meat's not like the greatest for you. Those are the things that I look for when purchasing it, because this is really awesome for sandwiches or just little roll-ups or put in eggs, like lunch sandwiches or breakfast sandwiches. I like this like an egg sandwich too. This is a family pack of beef, so this will last for 3 meals as well for ground beef. So also chicken. There we go. I knew there was one I forgot over here, a whole chicken. And I was always intimidated to cook like a whole chicken, but this is so tasty. I cooked it last time right in the cast iron with a beautiful garlic, butter, rosemary, lemon butter. It was so tasty, and there was a little bit left over for the next day too. So again, this is $11, but it did last for, I think, 2 meals, I want to say. So that paired with some veggies and maybe rice or potatoes or something like that, super tasty and lasts for 2 meals, and so cost effective. I don't want to say cheap, because I mean, I don't know what everyone's budget would be, so maybe not cheap per se, but very good at my book. Also kind of confused. This says $11.09, but this one says $12.67. So not exactly sure what we paid for this chicken, but it's there. All right, so we have some uncured bacon, and like I said, those are the things I look for. No nitrates or nitrates with pork, uncured, no antibiotics, no hormones, vegetarian diet, minimally processed, and no sugar. So it's hickory smoked. That'll be a really yummy flavor. And bacon is so versatile. It can be used for breakfast. It can be used for lunch. You can top it in salads. There's also this super yummy recipe that I love. It's crack chicken, which is a ranch flavor packet, I want to say. Ranch flavor packet, some crumbled up crackers, cream cheese, bacon, sliced top. Oh, I could put green onions. Guys, I'm meal planning while I'm filming this because I have biscuits in the freezer, or I could use my sourdough and make sourdough biscuits this week, and do some bacon crumbles on top of like a cracked chicken recipe. So I'll have to let you guys know how that is. Well, cracked chicken is delicious, but I'm meal planning as I'm filming. Okay, some ham. Like I said, we're doing cabbage stew, and there is ham and cabbage stew. And again, so $10 for this whole thing, but cabbage stew will last 2 days. So really that's like $5 each for the meal, plus the cabbage, carrots, potatoes, is making that like another $10 meal. So a $10 dinner meal for the 5 of us is really ideal. And I did grab 2 of the chicken breast fillets. These are thin sliced. There, 2 of those. Okay, and then we kind of get into like a little bit of the junky stuff over here, but nothing crazy. Seasoned fries. I have no remorse that we eat French fries here. love them. Chad grabbed some brioche buns because we had pulled pork a few days ago, so just to finish those leftovers. And then you can honestly, I could even make like a barbecue pulled chicken or something for brioche buns too, so they're never a bad thing to have. And then, oh, he's on a brioche kick. He grabbed these ones too. Okay, that's good. And then we grabbed like these little junky beef taquitos. It's hilarious. 5 grams of protein per serving. Guys, these are not good for you. We're gonna eat them anyways, but they try to market to you like that they have protein in them. It's like, all right, I know I'm eating frozen beef taquitos. They're not the greatest, but they definitely are yummy. So here they are. That'll be like a late night indulgent snack with Oreos, double stuffed. I feel like they spelled stuff wrong. Is that normal? Is that a typo? Is that just the Aldi brand? Double stuff. Definitely missing an F, right? That's not pregnancy brain. It's missing an F. Okay. Anyways, double stuffed Oreos. Oh, Lord. This bench is dirty, and I got some marker over there. Okay. All right. And then we grabbed... Oh, yes. I'm going to pop over here for a second. A French... My goodness. Chad's taking them for baths now and has to announce that. Okay. And a French baguette. Chad grabbed this 2 weeks ago when we went shopping, and I'm like, what on earth are we gonna eat this with, right? Okay, so I'm very excited to make sourdough bread, but it has not been a skill that I've perfected yet. I haven't even started. So I was okay with buying a loaf like this because I made bruschetta on little baguettes the other day. It was super, super tasty. It's like olive oil, a bunch of spices, fresh garlic, and diced tomato. So I may end up doing it again because I have all the pregnancy cravings lately, and that was one of them. And it was super tasty, so I have that. This also might make tasty, like, little French toast sticks or something. Ooh, like, or French toast casserole. Oh my goodness. Okay. Meat Lovers pizza. And an enormous, the size of my baby child cheese pizza. Like, huge cheese pizza. And this one's like a normal size pizza. So that's that. And then I think... Ooh, I'm like going around the chair. I think that's everything. I think I showed everything. I got the LaCroix. Yeah, this is all of it. So yeah, this is everything that we'll do for 2 weeks. I may have to make a Publix run next week just for like milk because we already have some in the fridge. So I may just need milk, may need like a thing of cream cheese or something, maybe. Otherwise, we're good. And this will last for 2 weeks. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like the video and subscribe for future content.